Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is the evening of Tuesday, the 28th of October 2025. You have been hearing the news, or if I may say rumor, that a former governor was involved in the last failed coup against Tinubu, where 16 military generals were arrested. And as usual, the Nigeria government and the army, they denied it because they don't want it to get to the public. They don't want people to react it in a way that people want to react it. But if you have been following my videos ever since then, I've been updating you people about what is going on. So as I speak to you, a former governor of Bayelsa State has allegedly run out of Nigeria. So they said he is on the run. You know, they have been telling you about the former governor, the southern governor, who is involved in this. They said he had meeting with the arrested generals. So everything is leaking. People are seeing the movement and everything that is going on. That was the sole reason why some of the, like CDS, the members of heads of service to say why they were sacked. This was just the only reason they were sacked. Now, SaharaReporters is reporting this afternoon that the exclusive coup plot Nigerian Army raised Abuja residence of Buhari's former petroleum minister, Timipre Sylva, arrested brother. So, as of the time of speaking with you now, it has been confirmed that his brother is with the military, that they arrested him. They raided their house in Abuja to arrest this former governor, but unfortunately, or if I may say fortunately, I don't know what to say, he fled to an unknown country. He's not in Nigeria any longer. So he knew that maybe they would come after him. He left Nigeria. Why is it that all these things are happening and Nigerian government is just keeping it from the public? That is one of the reasons for you to believe that you don't have national television in Nigeria, like a news media who can bring out the truth to the masses. The Nigerian media houses, apart from SaharaReporters, other news media houses, they will only bring to the public what the government wants you to bring, what the government wants. See, if you have a TV station like Channels Television and Rise News, most of the time, I'm ashamed of these people because they will wait for government to tell them, there is a coup. Which government will come out to tell you that there is a coup? Can't you do your findings? Can't you do verification? Can't you gather intel? As a powerful news media, you wait for government to tell you what to do. If you're waiting for government to tell you what to do, you can't fill the people with the truth because the government is not ready to tell the people the truth. So many things that are going on in Nigeria, how can the government tell you the truth? If government leak half of the truth about Nigeria's situation today, there will be bloody revolution. People will troop to the street because they will know that they are on a death row. Everybody, we all living in Nigeria, we are on a death row. You don't know the day your own will come. If they leak the secret in Nigeria to you, you will just understand that you don't have a life here. So that is why the Nigerian government can never tell you the truth. They can't tell you the truth. So they will keep on lying to you. Now, my beef, my anger with all this news media, well, I am a blogger, I report news. But I understand that my capacity, all those things is just very, very low. I can't do, most of the things that I'm supposed to do. But these news media people, they have correspondence, they have the finance, they have the technology, they have the everything. Still, they can't report the truth to the people. Have you ever seen, all these national news media talking about this military coup? They will tell you that, they have denied it. So if the government comes out to tell you, for example now, that all the whole Nigerians, that there is no poverty, you will still come out and report it that there is no poverty in Nigeria. So their shame is shaming me, honestly. And that is how many people from across the world are looking at Nigeria. They said their media is their number one problem. This thing is happening in Nigeria. Nobody's talking about it. It's a shameful thing. Now, let's see the details of what SaharaReporters reported. I'm going to analyze it, paragraph by paragraph. And it reads that some Nigerian Army personnel have raided the Abuja residence of a former governor and former minister of state for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Sylva, in connection with an alleged coup plot currently under investigation by the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA. SaharaReporters can report. Let me now out of the article. Do you know the first thing that made me believe that there was a coup in Nigeria? I'm a kind of person that I don't believe things immediately I hear them. I do investigation or I analyze situations. When they told me that these people were arrested, first of all, what I did was to confirm, were they really arrested or not? Yes, they were arrested. Then why were they arrested? The military source confirmed that they were arrested because of, they are facing discipline. Maybe they violated a code or they offended, they committed an error, so they are facing disciplinary, panel or all those things. I said, wow. Then I discovered who are the people handling the disciplinary panel. They said it is the DIA, Defense Intelligence. I said, no. The Defense Intelligence don't handle military discipline. No, it doesn't happen. It has never happened anywhere in Nigeria, and it has never happened anywhere in the world. It doesn't happen. So it is something that is based. So army handles them by themselves. You have seen a lot of people now, like all those X-Men on social media, many military men who violated military rules, the army rules. The Nigerian army declared them wanted. They look for them, they arrest them, they do what they want to do. But when you remove it from the army to defense intelligence, it has to do with national security, not army violation any longer. So that was the first thing that I said, no. These people are not saying the truth. How dare you say that these people committed offense in the army, the kind of offense they are just facing disciplinary something. So no, it doesn't happen. So you are talking to ignorant people, not people who understand what has been going on in the army. Okay? Now, let me go to the second paragraph. The multiple security sources confirmed to SaharaReporters on Tuesday that the army raid occurred at Sylvia's home in the Maitama area of Abuja. According to insiders, a special military team carried out the operation after intelligence linked the former South governor to a secret meeting allegedly held with some of the detained military officers who were planning to unseat Tinubu in October 25th that have passed. Nigerian Army special team ransacked the home of Timipre Sylva, who is believed to have fled Nigeria. One top source familiar the development told SaharaReporters. He is the South governor frequently mentioned in the case. His brother named Paga was picked up during the raid. The operation also extended to his Bayelsa residence. Another security insider said that while no official statement had been issued regarding the raid, the action was not random, but a direct response to intelligence linking certain political figures to the undertones. Okay? Now, the next article reads, this development comes amid growing tension with the armed forces following SaharaReporters' exclusive report that at least 16 senior military officers had been detained incommunicado by the DIA over an alleged coup plot. You understand what they mean by incommunicado? And that is reflecting the reality we are seeing about their detention. Those people are not allowed to speak. Then the DIA is not speaking. The government is not speaking. The detained officers drawn from the Army, Navy, and Air Force have been held for over 3 weeks in an undisclosed Abuja facility under what sources describe as an unusual and suspicious condition. On Trust TV, Professor Yusuf was, very angry talking about this same issue, and people were thinking that because they mentioned more Northerners and Muslims, I don't think that is the man's concept. I think the man's concept is why keeping people incommunicado about all these things? All right, what is the family members saying? What are they saying about this? I mean, the family members of those people that have been arrested, the military officers who have been detained. What are their family members saying? Because it will look like a suspicion, no communication. You hear that your brother, or your uncle, or your father, or your husband has been detained. So it reads that the family members told SaharaReporters they initially believed their relatives had been kidnapped, as there was no official communication from the military regarding their arrest. It has been 18 days since those 16 officers were detained in an undisclosed location. At first, we thought our brother was kidnapped before finding out what transpired from his friend who works in the office of NSA office, a family member had said. Security analysts have questions why the DIA, an intelligence agency under the Ministry of Defense, is spearheading the investigation instead of allowing each military service to handle its personnel internally, a move seen as highly political. If the military were truly conducting a disciplinary operation, over 10,000 cases could emerge. Why only 16 officers? And why hand them to the DIA? One retired officer asks. This smells of politics of politics. There is clearly more going on behind the scene. Actually, this issue of military coup going on in Nigeria, if you understand it, you don't know Nigeria. You can't understand everything fully. Maybe at the end, before you start hearing people writing book how we stop military coup. All right. Speculation are now, rife that the alleged plot and subsequent arrest may have deeper political undertones, potentially involving some former office holders with ties to late ex-President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Sylvia, a former governor of Bayelsa State and a close ally of late Buhari, served as a Minister of State for Petroleum Resources between 2019 and 2023. He was also the All Progressive Congress APC governorship candidate in November 2023 Bayelsa election, which he lost to incumbent governor Daoye Diri of the People's Democratic Party. And this is the end of the article from Sahara Reporters. Don't forget what Professor Yusuf said on Trust TV. It is something that you should watch closely.
We are not under government. What has the government said? This is a government, they say they are going to do coup against you. The government, come talk to Nigerians. We voted you in. This democracy is our democracy. It's not the militaries. Let me finish. It's not the militaries or Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Come reassure Nigerians. What's happening? What's happening? The way they are managing the information, it is not reassuring. And if it is not cool, they are not doing justice to these officers. If they are allowing their name to be tainted and lists circulated, and people are looking at that list. You say, oh, disciplinary issues and all that. Out of 10, 9 of them are Northerners, 8 are Muslim. The people start taking this and twisting this because there is no leadership that is taking the narrative. It is social media that's taking the narrative of the story. This is serious. This is not a joke.
These are the officers who planted the alleged failed coup against Tinubu. Here is the list and their states. 1. Brigadier General A. Sadiq, Borno State, but he is from Nasarawa State. He used Borno State certificate to join Nigerian Army. 2. Lieutenant Colonel Almakura from Nasarawa State. 3. Lieutenant Colonel Bafa, Kano State. 4. Lieutenant Colonel Hayatu, Kaduna State. 5. Lieutenant Colonel Dagnaf from Plateau State. 6. Lieutenant Colonel A.J. Ibrahim from Kogi State. 7. Lieutenant Colonel Usman from Katsina State. 8. Lieutenant Colonel Amos from Delta State. 9. Major Jidda from Adamawa State. 10. Major Ilyasu from Zamfara State.
The last couple of weeks have been replete with claims and counterclaims about what might or might not have happened preparatory to October 1st. Reports have been going around that there was a planned military coup that was reportedly put out by the Defense Headquarters, but the explanation of the Defense Headquarters was that it had nothing to do with a coup. First of all, your takeaway from what was earlier reported and some of the information we're hearing now about what could have been.
Look, I mean, I have lived long enough. I will be 65 next month, alhamdulillah. I've lived long enough to have seen 9 coups. I was in primary school when the 1966 coup happened, so I don't remember that. But the Murtala's coup, I can remember that very well. Murtala's coup, then Dimka, then you have Buhari against Shagari, then you have IBB against Buhari, then you have
failed coup.
Then you have Oka coup, 9 coups. Majority of them were real, some were phantom. We've never seen the way this in his hand is handled. Social media has taken over the narrative from the army. It is social media that is telling people, oh, the army is the headquarters said, oh, it's no coup. The social media is saying coup. Guess who Nigerians are believing and trusting? Coup is not a joke. But the way the Defense Headquarters is managing this is incompetent and is not reassuring to people.
You don't think the explanation makes sense?
Okay, you tell me, what did they say? Disciplinary and stagnation of rank?
Right.
Come on, my friend. I've had friends who are major generals, they're retired. Disciplinary issues are taken care of the unit level. You have Defense Intelligence Agency taking care of disciplinary issues.
You think something is amiss?
Look, what I'm saying is that what they have done is raise more questions than answers. What they told us is not adding up. They are telling us disciplinary issues. Well, does the DIA take care of disciplinary issues, for goodness sake? Stagnation of promotion. Does the DIA take care of stagnation of rank? And they are telling us, is this mischief or what? And this is, the military is not talking. And we're hearing this all from social media, which is an indictment on the military. Social media is telling us that the social media is telling us with the picture of the National Security Advisor that most of these arrested officers were from his office. Come on, man. What operational command and capacity do troops or soldiers in the office of the National Security have? Do they even have guns there?
But isn't there a high probability, Prof,
let me finish.
that people could be commenting on something they have very little information about?
Then, look, during the military, you continue to say this nonsense, knowing the importance of this, they will get you to come and tell the truth. You don't keep telling about this nonsense when this is a serious issue. Officers have been arrested. They have families. The country is on tenterhook. That there's going to be a coup. That's what they are saying. The military is saying discipline, it's saying this, and then they're putting the picture of the National Security Advisor. National Security Advisor, how many soldiers do they have? And what are they going to do? What capacities do they have? Is somebody just playing mischief with the National Security Advisor, power play, and saying it's from your office this happened? Come on, this is not a joke. The military is not handling this properly, and we are seeing lists, I don't know if you saw it, on social media. List of soldiers, of officers, you
don't seem too worried about the possibility of misinformation, because a good percentage of the information on social media is from the misinformation loop.
Okay, look, then what is the military telling us? What is the military telling us? Oh, they said, oh, it is disciplinary issue, oh, it is this, oh, it is this, oh, and then they keep quiet. We've seen how coups were managed.
I mean, given that all past military coups against civilian administrations were somewhat successful, wouldn't you say that what we're being told right now, that on face value, Nigerians should take it, what the defense headquarters is saying, what the federal government is saying, to double down on this?
No, federal government is saying nothing. The military is telling us that, oh, don't worry, Nigerians, just go ahead. These officers are for disciplinary issues. So we should go to bed.
But in the past, the leadership of the military have also re-echoed and restated their support for Nigeria's democracy.
That is the politics. That is what you should be miming. What I'm saying is that, does that reassure Nigerians? I'm saying this is not mature, this is immature, this is not reassuring to Nigerians, and neither is it doing well to the families of these officers. They have families. They are there sitting. If it is disciplinary or something, they are painting them with coup. They are saying, a former governor, the son of this, the son of, for goodness sake, if you have a family member, is that the way you want to hear the news?
What would it take to convince you, Prof, that there was no coup plan?
No, the military should come and talk to us.
I mean, they would say they have said enough.
They haven't said enough. We are not, and the government. What has the government said? This is a government, they say they are going to do coup against you. The government, come talk to Nigerians. We voted you in. This democracy is our democracy. It's not the militaries. Let me finish. It's not the militaries or Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Come reassure Nigerians. What's happening? What's happening? The way they are managing the information, it is not reassuring. And if it is not cool, they are not doing justice to these officers. If they are allowing their name to be tainted and lists circulated, and people are looking at that list, you say, disciplinary issues and all that, out of 10, 9 of them are northerners, 8 are Muslim. The people start taking this and twisting this because there is no leadership that is taking the narrative. It is social media that's taking the narrative of the story. This is serious. This is not a joke. Our democracy has been hard fought. Many have died. And we've always said that the risk to our democracy is not the military, but the irresponsibility of our leadership that have refused to do for their people what they are supposed to do.
Do you worry that this could be inevitable?
What?
A military coup?
No,
I mean,
no.
given what's been happening across the globe.
Look, what we are saying, who will defend our democracy? It is us. How do we do that? By making those our leaders to do what is right. The military doesn't jump just from the sky in an abstract. Our democracy, we fought for it 26 years. People have died. Many people have died. So if anybody thinks he can come and do this, or the military is being blasé about this, the military, you need to come and reassure the nation what is happening. What is happening? The government, on whose behalf the military is doing all of this, should come and Mr. President, come and talk to us.
So it's not enough. It's not enough that the Minister of Information has over and over again.
No, it's not enough. He doesn't know anything. He probably reads from social media. This is not a joke.
You don't value anything that comes from the government.
No. Look, there is no trust. Go to the market. I don't know if you go to the market or you send your driver a big man. Go to the market and see. About the only institution people have trust in is the military. They don't have trust in these politicians or anybody else because they have seen what these politicians have taken them to. The military, they've put their lives for us to sit down and talk and even criticize them. Well, this is happening. The military, come and talk to Nigerians and make your politicians to address the nation. You are not doing well in that, and the government cannot go and hide and be quiet. We need to see a responsible leadership. We need to see the president reassuring the nation what's happening. What's happening? And it's not for you and I to say it's inevitable. All we are saying is that the best government in this world is democracy. And that's what people voted for the last 26 years. And we will defend that.
Isn't this one of those cases where it's better to let sleeping dogs lie? That the less maybe Nigerians know about what may or may not be the truth behind some of these speculations, the better.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
You don't need to heighten the tension of
no.
What is
this the first time we've had coups? It's not the first time. Come and talk to us what is happening. This is our country. These officers are our soldiers, including the CDS. They are ours. These officers that are arrested have children, have wives, have fathers, have mothers. This is our country. This is not a foreign country. The leadership of this country needs to address this nation and reassure us what's happening. What's happening? And this should be a wake-up call, whether this is real or phantom, for our leaders to do the right thing. For our leaders to do the right thing. We've just been showing this. Hunger in a land of plenty. Children are not going to school. Insecurity all over the place. The pulse of the nation is foul. Go to the streets and find out. The leadership of this country needs to do better, and the president needs to come and address the nation and reassure us. And the military needs to do better at handling this.
Right.
We don't want to hear this from social media.
Right. The military says there's going to be, it has its own internal processes of dealing with these issues. There will be a court-martial, and of course, they would handle it the only way they know how. Do you consider those explanations? Clearly you think they should be saying more. But in terms of what you want to hear that may or may not reassure people that share your concern or frustration, what do you think the government, the president today, if you're calling for him to do a State of the Nation address, what do you expect to hear from the president?
Right, the president addressed us on what's the emergency rule in Rivers. It's more important, Mr. President. This is more important, Mr. President. They said they were going to kill you and whoever the national on October 1st. That is what we heard from social media. And that's what people hear. Not the military. The military is countering nothing. Like the military is allowing this flame to go. Oh, we've said it is disciplinary. We didn't say it's coup. The military never mentioned the word coup. All this is trickling from social media. Don't we have political leaders? The military are not our leaders. We didn't vote for any general. We voted for our political leaders. Where are they? Where are they hiding? Where are the ministers?
But Prof, don't you think the president and his team know a lot more about the situation?
Then they should talk to us. We are
what if
entitled,
there's nothing to tell you?
No, then talk to us. We're entitled to know. We are entitled to know. We're not kids. It's not a military government that you hide anything, you say you know everything. No, Mr. President, you don't. You have a constituency, Nigerians are your constituency. They voted you in. We didn't vote for any soldier. We voted you in. And we're saying you should address the nation and you should ask the military to handle this better and reassure this nation. And here you are. We are talking all of this, Abdullahi, in the background of a toxic religious falsehood in this country. And then you're throwing this in. And then you're bringing the list of all Muslims. I went to Kano. The youth are telling me, what are we doing? What are we doing? I was asking, an obedient was asking me, oh, that former governor, I'm sure is Peter Obi. They don't want him on. These speculations continue if we don't have leadership to come and talk to Nigerians. And they will continue. It's very, very important. Don't think you know better than us. You don't.
Okay. As you did say, it begs for a lot of answers, but the more you talk about situations like this, you feel there are so many unanswered questions. For want of time, Prof, we're going to have to end the conversation here. Thank you so much for joining us on Daily Politics. I appreciate you for stopping by as always.